Good night, everybody. My name is PSRS or Sirs, and today I am presenting you my top 10 favorite movies of all time. So starting off at number 10, we have Megamind. Megamind is an action comedy drama animated film about an alien supervillain experiencing victory for the first time, only to then realize that there was more to life than just being evil, alongside the discovery of his true purpose and identity. Megamind is a hidden gem and one of DreamWorks' best animated films, and potentially the last good film they will ever make. What makes Megamind such a good movie is the way it is executed as a parody genre. It subverts expectations while also having incredibly memorable characters, great comedy, good drama, and extremely fun action scenes. Every scene in this movie is memorable and super entertaining, mainly thanks to the spastic and cartoony movements and the use of its environment. I remember when I was 8 years old, and after seeing the movie once, I was utterly addicted to it. I watched it roughly 17 times. I loved every single bit of it, and looking as a 15-year-old, it has definitely aged well. Shrek 2 is one of the best animated sequels of all time. Shrek 2 managed to not only expand on the original, but also managed to create an incredibly compelling and interesting world alongside it. This movie excels at pretty much every aspect. The animation for the time was great, the characters are memorable, and the execution of the movie is rather unique. It is also accompanied by good comedy and action, making the movie feel entertaining, compelling, and tonally consistent throughout the whole thing. Great movie, definitely one of the best fantasy films ever made. At number 8, we have 12 Angry Men. 12 Angry Men is one of the most unique films I've ever seen. 12 Angry Men is a movie about 12 members of a jury ultimately having the decision to either put an accused inner city teen on trial for a death penalty or to declare him innocent. When the 11 members agree that the boy is guilty, juror number 8 pleads not guilty, which ultimately leads to an argument that will determine the boy's fate. The movie strives in its dialogue and characters. The dialogue is so good that you could just close your eyes and still be able to enjoy the movie. On the other hand, it presents itself with memorable characters, each one with a unique personality. The movie subverts the audience's expectations, and once you're done with it, thinking about it again will make you realize how unique the movie truly is, in how it presents itself, how it wants to be treated, and how compelling number 8's motives are. Definitely a breath of fresh air. Spider-Man Far From Home is the weakest entry on this list, but at the same time it is also one of the most entertaining. Spider-Man Far From Home isn't your typical superhero movie. It holds multiple messages like grief, the acceptance of one's self, the sense of being recognized, and the sense of taking great responsibility. It's funny, emotional, and compelling all at once, thanks to its memorable characters, good action, and unpredictability. It also has multiple hidden meanings within it, only adding to the amazing experience. Ratatouille is, in my opinion, Pixar's second best animated film ever. Ratatouille is a masterpiece of a movie with some of the best animation ever. The best cooking scenes ever seen, memorable characters, powerful scenes, and the message of learning how to accept criticism, one that is rarely seen ever in movie history. I love this movie so much, and it's the most satisfying film I've ever seen. Maybe even the most. Citizen Kane, despite being arguably the best film ever made, is a movie that most people wouldn't put in their favorite movies of all time, or movies that they would rewatch. But Citizen Kane is such a masterpiece of a film, and I had an incredible connection with it. It's a movie that demonstrates how power and fame can corrupt a person, and how money isn't the lead to happiness. I saw this film all the way back in 2016. At the time I was super into Undertale, mainly the genocide route. It was such a compelling story that when I saw Citizen Kane, it was like everything I saw led to this exact message. Is there honestly anything to say about Citizen Kane that hasn't been said already? Citizen Kane is a must watch for movie lovers and a truly memorable experience. At number 4, we have No Country for Old Men. No Country for Old Men is a rather underrated movie. It is a deconstruction of the Western genre that offers memorable characters, extremely tense scenes, a compelling story, and most importantly, one of the best villains in cinema history, hands down. That being Anton Chigurh. What a twist. What makes No Country Old Men such an amazing movie is the fact that its execution is so unique, and the fact that its hidden message is completely up to the viewer's interpretation. Don't miss out on this movie, please watch it, you won't regret it. At number 3, we have Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is one of the best animated films of all time, most certainly. Despite being a somewhat dark movie, its messages, colorful characters, powerful moments, and stunning animation make it my third favorite movie of all time. It's a movie that, although I haven't rewatched too much, I most certainly appreciate it for what it is and what it meant to me as a child. On a side note, Finding Dory, while still good, could simply not live up to the greatness of Finding Nemo. Number 2, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade used to be my favorite movie of all time. With its amazing and memorable characters, the best action scenes of all time, its execution, incredible pacing, and most importantly, some of the most iconic scenes in movie history, some being action-packed or hilarious, and others being rather dramatic and emotional. Indiana Jones also used to be my favorite character of all time, with his wry, witty, and sarcastic humor and his rather calm nature. I love this film so much, I would easily put it in my number 1, but sadly Studio Ghibli managed to win my heart and soul with relative ease. Either way, this movie remained my number 1 favorite movie for 10 years, and what it managed to accomplish should never be underestimated. If this movie would have arms, legs, a brain, a soul, it would probably fucking kill me.
You don't know how much I need you while you're near me. I don't feel blue. I can't believe I found a love that's so pure and true. And when we kiss, I know you need me too. But it all was bullshit. It was a goddamn joke. And when I think of you,
Sirs.
I hope you fucking choke. I hope you're glad with what you've done to me. I lay in bed all day long, feeling melancholy. You left me here all alone, tears running constantly. Oh, somebody kill me, please! Somebody kill me, please! I'm on my knees! Pretty, pretty, please! Kill me!
So at number 1 we have pretty much the most obvious entry on this list, but certainly the greatest, and that is of course
Flex Stick commercials, oh my god, they're masterpieces, fucking hell. They're made of, by god, for fuck's sakes. What are you doing right now? Go watch all of them or else I'll fucking kill.
No, but seriously, at number 1 we have Spirited Away. So Spirited Away is the most beautiful, unique, and emotionally gripping and compelling movie I've ever seen. I already covered this movie and why it's so good, in another video, but to sum it all up, Spirited Away is such an amazing movie thanks to its memorable and unique characters, the most powerful scenes I've ever seen in a movie, a unique world, and a message that can be put together based on the viewer's soul experience, alongside its beautiful animation and unique pacing. It's also the only movie I've ever seen that made me cry, and Chihiro is my favorite character of all time. I've only seen this movie 3 times. The first time I saw this movie was when I was 5 years old. I couldn't finish the movie completely because I was too scared to continue watching it. But 10 years later, after rewatching it, I can only say that it is a movie that changed me as a person, something that nothing ever has been able to do. If you haven't watched this movie, shame on you. Click off the video right now and fucking smash your face towards the screen, and don't think about thinking or looking or hearing anything else while watching it, because every frame of this work of art is so worth it.
But still subscribe to Fox and follow for the Swift on Instagram and all my cool shit because it's just not worth it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video with anyone, unless of course you fucking hate me and I'm cringe. But whatever, see you in the next one. Bye.